Doexo electronic gaming producer.
Is his reactionary stat. It is above average, that is for damn sure. But we saw how XIAOHAI dismantled that exact strategy, at least within the Mai and a little bit of the Ed against the Char. But this is different. PHENOM is going with his main character right off the bat and can be just as explosive both on the ground and in the air.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, the natural characters that he plays are a little bit more comfortable with PHENOM. He kind of gets jump scared by a Blanca from Mena out of nowhere.
Right.
This is much more of a traditional character. He's fought Mai a million times. He's going to be more in his wheelhouse. So see if that comfort works out for him here. As he takes a little bit more space, he tried to spin knuckle right through there. Beautiful check on the approach. Already PHENOM showing that he's pretty comfortable dealing with what XIAOHAI is bringing to the table.
Does get the counter hit off of the drive rush cancel. Backing away, getting some space for the fans. PHENOM, now he's definitely looking forward, hence XIAOHAI's reluctancy to even throw those fans out.
He's doing some fakes too, whipping the stand medium punch back to back like that. I like it. He can get in behind this. Not going to get a combo because he threw the heavy charge fan, which bounces a little bit higher. That's one thing. If you throw the light fan, then that would have comboed there.
I like that.
The jump back. Look at that, both of them jumping back.
Low medium kick again for the punish counter. Against XIAOHAI, PHENOM delaying the crouching heavy punch, catches the backdash against XIAOHAI. No meter spent just yet. Don't regret it in the morning though.
This is gonna be bad. He doesn't DP the approach and counter hit afterwards. XIAOHAI, after throwing that fan, had to be buffering so that spin knuckle could give you beat, and PHENOM just ready for that counter hit afterwards.
Getting that first round ever so important, sitting on 2 bars down below for Super as well. But how do you get around? Actually, when do you even throw the fan at XIAOHAI outside of close range? PHENOM not gonna even let him answer that question just yet. Back into the east side, already a Metro City. Level 3 on deck for PHENOM. There's an explosive start for XIAOHAI. Now getting the back throw off of that big opener. But PHENOM again, catching some of the lights to open up against XIAOHAI out of the corner.
His challenges too. So far, the big thing has been PHENOM's passive play, and XIAOHAI has been kind of falling for it as he walks into the fat part of a fan on that heavy punch. Now a big opportunity for XIAOHAI.
Oh, super delayed tech on that. He do get the punish counter. The dive kick now presented itself as a threat. PHENOM waiting so patiently with XIAOHAI with even more patience. Now catching the punish counter on the way down. Level 2, you got it.
Huge damage on that, or when you're already in install especially, so XIAOHAI ready for it there. And I love the adjustments from both of them. XIAOHAI started swinging on the ground more, and then PHENOM goes for dive kick to get over it. And then XIAOHAI says, okay, I'm gonna walk in deeper, find these whip punishes. So both of them making good adjustments in the mid-range so far. XIAOHAI throwing more fireballs, and then once he establishes the fireballs, he can go for buttons, which is exactly what PHENOM was ready for. And now if you're XIAOHAI, you say, okay, I can throw more fans, I can be more aggro, you're gonna be sitting there waiting to whip punish. You know, I can change up my options, and then walk up heavy punch there from XIAOHAI.
And PHENOM's actually been sitting at that range just to tempt XIAOHAI into throwing a fan to possibly get a big spin knuckle punish. But now XIAOHAI, we do get the install. Level 1 intact, hounding him down little by little, trying to fake out, right? Standing medium punch is exactly used for that fake, as if a fan would, oh my god, was that a buffer?
The level 1 after 2. This is huge damage on this. One guess for the round. As XIAOHAI commits to the buttons, and PHENOM trying to get active, thinking he's going to give him space.
That's totally fine if you're XIAOHAI. In that exact scenario with that much life in your hands, going in for something light, I don't think it yields that much risk, right?
Yeah, he feels pretty confident about that. He's down to get a level 1, an EXTP, something like that. He had a decent amount of health as well. So I like it. Button into button. And again, same thing we've seen from PHENOM so far. Passive, solid whip punishment on the ground. Nothing overcommittal.
Oh, wow. There it is. The spin knuckle in reaction to the fan. Couple of lights to frame kill. Spiral arrow.
Wow.
You gotta respect my space, man.
Dude. PHENOM's corner pressure so far, so overwhelming in this round. XIAOHAI having a lot of problems.
Oh, and the perfect timing to get the perfect round. It has been so oppressive in the corner against XIAOHAI thus far. Now the big opener, an aggressive one at that. OD dive kick, knocking at the door. Gonna get counter hit with the full conversion. Frame kill. He is drilling in terms of the driving. Wait a minute. Wait, he's not even done yet. He got the perfect parry and continuing on. Forward throw. How do you get out of here if you're XIAOHAI?
Dude, he can do no wrong. This game, PHENOM is just correct over and over and over. He's one hit away now with level 3. He is a fat jump in. Doesn't get the combo though. Chance for XIAOHAI now in this round. He's got to wait because his drive gauge is so low. And that is the nail in the coffin in this game. Unfortunate for XIAOHAI, walked into the tip of a crouching medium kick to tie this setup.
Bam! super lethal in the animation, man. That's kind of rough. It's just a street fight, dude.
Yeah, why does she need to do all that?
It's unnecessary roughness, I'll tell you what. But again, you talked about XIAOHAI finally getting that big opener to kind of bring that space away from the corner and also pushing back PHENOM in that fashion. There was not a lot he could really pursue, right? He didn't want to drive rush forward, obviously, because he only had 1 bar drive gauge left. He just had to play passive.
Yeah.
And that's tough to do when PHENOM just turns on the aggression.
Yeah, and that's PHENOM's goal. He wants to play second here. He wants to let XIAOHAI whiff and then get the whiff punish. And so XIAOHAI needs to operate around that, right? Find some fans, find some other options to represent instead. Make PHENOM, swing first or get active so that he can get the advantage. Throwing fans here, trying to force PHENOM into a different response. And there's the jump, right? So that's the thing. PHENOM didn't need to jump before because the fans weren't a threat. Once the fans become an option, you open up the jump, and now it's time for XIAOHAI.
Do you get the killer bee? Against the bee sting, now into the corner. XIAOHAI backing away just a little bit. The roundhouse yet again, not really finding a lot of success with that button in particular against PHENOM.
Backing him up. XIAOHAI, anti-air, not a lot of damage on it. And that's an unfortunate punish counter to eat there as we have the corner. A couple of guesses away, the backdash. No punish either.
Didn't get to lead to a lot, just a slight open, and that fierce. Dude, PHENOM has been hovering around the heavy button ranges so well, and now within the mediums, allowing himself to get the really significant punish counter, locking down round 1 of game 3.
Yeah, he's having a lot of problems in this kind of mid-range here where with no space to work with, XIAOHAI can't really threaten fireballs, so these normals just getting whip punished over and over and over. And then it becomes, do I walk in further, which is what he just did, right? Do I walk in further and try to hit my buttons into PHENOM, in which case will PHENOM stick out buttons to interrupt, Or go for dive kicks, that's another option to beat it as well.
Just at the tail end of that low medium kick. XIAOHAI now at the back end of the corner. There we go! The one successful anti-air against a dive kick. It's so tricky to even try to challenge that. XIAOHAI.
You can feel the rhythm in this match, XIAOHAI. Poking. Now he's going to wait outside this range. Threaten fan. PHENOM wants to spin knuckle through or dive kick over the fan.
And this is the kind of space they're going to be hanging out at, right? PHENOM, you talked about it earlier, having that reactionary stance. He was on the prowl, does get the opener yet again. Standing medium punch to check, immediately backing away with a roundhouse. XIAOHAI is just in a tough spot within the corner.
Yeah, even though he has the life lead, you can tell that PHENOM has too much control on the ground. That's a big hit, though. Oh, he missed the tackle. Still gets the throw afterwards, though, but now CA for PHENOM, which means this could be a 2-tap or even a 1-tap. The right starter. Oh, he commits. Level 3 won't kill, so he's not going to dump the meter. One guess away here, though. What is XIAOHAI going to do? He commits it all, and that's going to be the game just like that. PHENOM up 2-1.
Perfectly understandable. I know 80% of the people in the stands were like, yeah, I would have done the same thing. 100%, that was me.
An option you got to think about, man. And you can just tell that XIAOHAI is struggling to solve the kind of patient, defensive, neutral style from PHENOM.
That's what's so difficult. He's just hovering around all the ranges that you think you press buttons at and getting punish countered after that. It's just so intimidating. He doesn't even want to budge, right? Like, PHENOM's got so much discipline to even just stay at that range forever.
Yeah, and XIAOHAI is trying to play the game now. He's trying to get active. He's like, I'm going to drive rush. I'm going to go in for stuff. I'm going to take risks. Yeah, I think he's realized that playing this slow and steady game is not favoring him, and then PHENOM, perfect rebuttal with the jump out.
Not too big of a combo afterwards, though.
Yeah, and look at how active XIAOHAI is. He is hitting heavy kicks and throwing fireballs and drive rushing, and he's doing a lot of stuff there. And because of that opens up the dive kicks and the jumps for PHENOM.
We're starting to see the cycle, right? XIAOHAI, as soon as he gets focused on the ground, PHENOM could potentially open up with another dive kick. Maybe a hooligan could be introduced, who knows? But now still within a spin knuckle range against the fan. But XIAOHAI's not afraid of that. He's still got plenty of life to go with.
You're seeing that XIAOHAI, he's whiffed a couple of times if PHENOM didn't whiff punish because he's worried about other stuff. He's worried about, kind of drive rushing, jumping, fans, all these other options. So he's getting himself some space, and the reaction is good. I mean, PHENOM's one away now. Ooh, but so is XIAOHAI. The jump, no anti-air, and the DI stun. Perfectly calculating that drive gauge. PHENOM set point.
That has to be the perfect example of what the mental stack looks like after a big set like this, right? With everything being introduced, or actually everything being cycled over and over again between the ground, between the air, not expecting that DI at the end. Nobody blames XIAOHAI for that.
Yeah, the button burning you out and then the drive impact after so difficult to deal with. Check on that. Is there a wake up? There is, and XIAOHAI still down to get active with it. PHENOM not respecting it yet. In this round anyway.
No anti-air at all.
That man's been anti-airing short hops his whole life, and just a regular cammy jump goes unchecked.
It's just so difficult. At the blink of an eye, it could be a dive kick, right? Forward throw now. PHENOM applying more of that pressure. Match point is on the line. He just needs a single opener outside of this throw especially. He has some gauge for a single hit confirm cancel to call it lights out. There's the uppercut from XIAOHAI, and there's the throw even further.
You gotta be careful. Phenom level 3 available as well, which means that bullet is loaded. He has level 3 reactions to these fans or any kind of whip punish. XIAOHAI playing a dangerous game, and the hooligan, he ducks it. He knew hooligan throw was coming. The overhead nicely blocked. Oh my god, DI is a threat. His offensive pressure is a threat. That the dive kick spacing, and he's not ready. XIAOHAI staying alive.
Whew. I panicked when I saw that drive impact. I mashed on the table. Physically.
Never ready. That's the hard part there, being so sharp the whole time. A lot of things to ask. And he just, the classic, block the jump in, DP afterwards.
Oh.
Big opener here from XIAOHAI. Low on drive gauge though, so he spends the level 3 to recover it.
We will 100% take that.
That's a big deal though. It means no level 1s for fans, which is a pretty big factor. Phenom's going second with his meter here, which means he's gonna have drive gauge advantage. Uh-oh, XIAOHAI low on drive gauge.
You saw him try to continue the pressure with the OD fans because of the lack of pressure from the, at least without a level 1. OD uppercut.
Yeah, he's got to get active right now. Otherwise, the DI is going to whip. And that is exactly what XIAOHAI was looking for. He knew as soon as he burnt out, I got to go right now and scramble. Otherwise, a checkmate can occur. I love the awareness to get a little wild because he knows that if the game slows down, he can't win it.
He jumped over Phenom, jumped again. The jump reset happened off of the normal. Phenom thought he had the confirm. He thought he had the DI. Luckily enough, we get our final game between XIAOHAI and Phenom, going right back into a cammy versus Mike. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, for these two.
We're gonna have to see how this one shakes out. Adjustments back and forth. XIAOHAI, you know, he's played a fast game once or twice in his life. He knows how to turn on the aggression and overwhelm someone who wants to play a passive style. And the question for Phenom is, does he stick to that or does he turn up the heat himself, right? Is he down to get a little bit more aggressive and make things happen? It seems like he is.
It's just so difficult. How much more aggressive can you be without Phenom, like, moving around so much, right? You might be susceptible to a whiff punish.
Phenom's going first now, and XIAOHAI gets to play reactionary, which is favoring him. Next fan, gotta guess. He's correct on the parries. He gets a lot of drive gauge back, but close to burnout in the corner. No anti-air DP. He gets the drive rush low or throw. It's gonna be the throw for XIAOHAI.
Phenom just looking mad dry when it comes to the drive gauge. Having to parry these fans, trying to be as perfect as possible. There's a big counter hit off of the stand jab.
Wow, what a confirm on that active frame crouching heavy punch there. And now, chance for Phenom here. The jump. Oh! The throw tech to XIAOHAI. Great positioning now. And he gets hit. Level 2's available. Double drive rush. Level 2 for the spin. Back of the knee's gonna get cracked here as he goes up in the set. Set point now for Phenom over XIAOHAI.
That is definitely not official chiropractic practice, I'll tell you what. I don't know where she learned that from. Interpol?
Yeah, maybe not. Don't take down bad guys like that. A little early. When XIAOHAI, no wake up. You see Phenom respecting it. It's been a lot of EXDP so far from XIAOHAI.
Oh. Mixing it up between the medium punch and the fans as well. Phenom still not ready to react just yet. It's too close to even react.
Oh no, that's a big drop in punish. A lot of drive gauge gone from XIAOHAI too. And now he's in the corner. He's throwing fans so much. Phenom with the jump because of it. And now last guess here for XIAOHAI. One more.
Medium punch to check. A handful of mediums, another throw, don't get thrown again. He thought the exact same thing, and Phenom laid the trap perfectly. That is Phenom moving on into losers even further.
Top 4 of the bracket just like that. Impressive adjustments from him. And I gotta say, the way he dealt